The Minister of Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, has attributed the strong performance of learners in the 2025 Uganda Certificate of Education UCE results to the new competency-based curriculum.
I also thank God again for the 20% increase in the total number of candidates registered for the 2025 UCE exams. So, the reason we are saying that the 2025 UCE performance was better than that of 2024 is from the fact that more candidates who sat in 2025 achieved a level of competence that was either exceptional, outstanding, or satisfactory by applying the acquired knowledge and skills in real-life situations.
The new lower secondary curriculum, now referred to as the competency-based curriculum, registers as the second cohort, where learners are required to exhibit the generic 21st century skills of critical thinking, creativity, communication, collaboration, problem solving. However, many could not differentiate between the new one and the old one and how the two could work. According to the survey conducted, results showed that 93% of head teachers interviewed and teachers in at least 96% of the schools surveyed agreed that learners demonstrate stronger problem-solving skills.
Curriculum. However, 4 years into the implementation of the curriculum, no empirical evidence existed that the learners were indeed acquiring these skills as casual observations appeared to suggest. The Honorable Minister of Education and Sports posed the question, that was you, Mama, what is the difference between the learners who have gone through the new curriculum and those that went under the old curriculum? UNEV conducted a study in an attempt to provide an evidence-based answer to the Honorable Minister's question. The results are a summary of the main study document. This study was conducted alongside the 2025 National Assessment of Progress in Education NAPES survey to assess our Senior 2 learners' achievements. Stronger problem-solving skills, that is, they can reason and analyze, they can do research on their own. They have also communication skills. In other words, they can communicate more fluently and have self-esteem. And creativity and innovation ability, that is, they are more practical, they think and reason better compared to those educated under the old curriculum.
The minister believes the curriculum suits the new generation, equipping them with the necessary skills.
Competence-based curriculum. The study findings in the report, as you heard again this morning by UNEB, were quite exciting to me. Interestingly enough, I have been reading a book called, in quotes, Tracing Uganda's Education Path from 1895 to Contemporary Times, written by a Uganda educationist by the names of Dr. Lagoro James. Once again, I cannot thank the parents and guardians enough, because we know that you put in a lot of effort to get your children to this level of education attainment.
However, some struggled to differentiate between the CBC and the old curriculum, sparking questions on implementation.
However, it does leave a lot of curiosity as to whether the competence-based curriculum that we have adopted for O-level has influenced learner retention in the system at this level of education. At this early stage of implementing the competence-based curriculum, perhaps there is a lot of good effect this curriculum could be having, and this needs to be empirically established.
Teacher said, It is the responsibility of everybody to ensure that it is not killed, because every stakeholder has a role to play in the success of this CBC.
Finally, the selection exercise for Senior 5 shall run from the 18th to 19th of Feb 2026, and the first term for Senior 5 starts on Thursday, 5th March 2026.
Nagujja Serena, NSTV.